Welcome, English learners. Today you will read a story that is not only interesting, but also useful for your life. In the modern world, distractions are everywhere. Phones, social media, notifications, and endless information. Many people want to focus, but their attention is constantly pulled in different directions. This story will take you on a journey through a mysterious place where focus is rare and distractions are powerful. As you read, you will discover an important secret about concentration and learn new English words and ideas along the way. Imagine living in a world where your attention is the most valuable treasure. Everyone wants it. Bright lights flash, voices call your name, and endless doors open, each promising something exciting. But behind this colorful chaos lies a simple question. What happens when you lose control of your focus? This story explores that question through a unique and symbolic adventure that represents the modern, distracted world. But there is another mystery waiting for you. Somewhere inside this noisy and confusing world, there is a quiet path that only a few people find. Those who walk this path learn how to control their attention, protect their time, and achieve their goals. The question is, how do they find it? And why do so many people miss it? Keep reading carefully, because the answer slowly appears as the story unfolds. In the center of a vast city stood a strange marketplace called the Market of Attention. Every corner of the market was full of colors, sounds, and moving lights. Screens flashed with endless images. Bells rang constantly, and voices shouted exciting promises. Every stall offered something new: quick entertainment, surprising news, funny stories, or endless games. People entered the market with clear plans. Some wanted to learn, some wanted to create, and others wanted to finish important work. But after only a few minutes inside the market, most people forgot why they had come. Their eyes jumped from one bright screen to another. Their minds moved quickly from idea to idea. Hours passed, yet very little was done. At the entrance of the market stood a tall clock tower. The clock quietly counted every minute that visitors spent inside. Most people never looked at it. They believed they were only spending a short time there. But the clock told a different story. Minutes turned into hours, and hours disappeared like smoke in the wind. Deep inside the market, there was a small hidden street. Unlike the busy stalls, this street was calm and quiet. The lights were soft, the noise was low, and the path was clear. Only a few people noticed this street because it did not shout or flash like the others. At the beginning of this quiet street was a simple wooden sign. It read, "Single Task Road." The road looked plain compared to the exciting stalls of the market. There were no bright lights, no loud music, and no quick rewards. Because of this, many visitors walked past it without interest. However, those who chose to walk down Single Task Road noticed something unusual. Their thoughts slowly became clearer. The noise of the market faded behind them. Their minds stopped jumping from one idea to another. Instead, their attention stayed calmly on one thing at a time. Further along the road stood a peaceful garden called the Garden of Deep Work. The garden had long wooden tables, quiet trees, and warm sunlight. There were no flashing screens here, no sudden notifications, and no loud voices. Only silence and space for clear thinking. Visitors who sat in the garden discovered something surprising. At first, their minds felt restless. They wanted to check the busy market again. They wondered if they were missing something exciting. But after a while, their thoughts slowed down, and their focus became stronger. In the center of the garden stood a clear fountain. On the fountain were carved simple words: "Attention grows where distractions are removed." Many people who read this sentence paused and thought carefully about its meaning. Some visitors returned to the market quickly because they missed the excitement, but others stayed longer in the garden. They began finishing their ideas, solving problems, and creating meaningful work. The longer they stayed, the stronger their focus became. Over time, a quiet pattern appeared. The people who visited the garden regularly began achieving more in less time. They still visited the market sometimes, but they did not stay there long. They understood that the market wanted their attention, but the garden protected it. Slowly, whispers about the garden of deep work spread through the marketplace. Some people became curious and searched for the quiet street. Others ignored the story, believing the noisy stalls were more exciting. Yet the secret remained simple for those who discovered it. The distracted world will always try to capture your attention. But focus is not found in the noise. It grows in the quiet spaces you choose to protect. And in a world full of distractions, those quiet spaces become the most powerful places of all.